ปรบมือกันหน่อยค่ะเป็นกำลังใจนะคะค่ะ so welcome to our live session with me again พี่เนยค่ะ your host for today I'll be guiding you through a very important topic for our world right now climate tech or technologies that help us tackle climate change Today's live session is part of the ORCD in the Future ASEAN Camp, a program designed to empower young people with knowledge in business, innovation, and sustainability all together. In this session, we'll talk about the overall situation of climate change globally and in the ASEAN region. And now climate tech can help us deal with these challenges in real life. If you're watching us now, so please like and share this live so your friends can join us right now. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop them in the chat of any time. We'll try to pick some of them up later in the Q&A segment. So to start things off, let's watch a short video that shows more clearly how climate change is affecting all of us. So please enjoy the video together. That you see in the video, so that was just one part of the bigger picture of climate change that many countries around the world, including Thailand, are facing every single day. And of course, I'm not talking about this important topic alone today. We are honored to have two experts in environment and climate change joining us. So please welcome first Associate Professor Dr. Kampanad Bhaktikul ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ Hello
and Assistant Professor Dr. Allan Sriratana Tabucanon ค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Hello.
Both from the Faculty of Environment and Resource Studies Mahidol University so thank you very much for joining us today นะคะ Before we dive into the technology side I'd like to ask you to first give us a brief overview How would you describe the current global climate change situation and in the past 5 to 10 years, what are the key issues that people should really know about and be especially concerned about ค่ะ So Dr. Allan first ค่ะ
Okay, so thank you for the question. So I have some simple slide to show here. So if possible, please share the slide that we prepared. So I think everyone knows about the climate change and the greenhouse gas, which is the cause of the global warming. Actually, there was a debate before what is the reason of the current climate change. Someone said that, it's from the natural mechanism. Someone saying that it's because of the human. There was a debate before, but at this moment, we 100% confirm that it's from the human-made climate change.
Yeah.
So since the industrial revolutions, we can detect some increasing trend of the global temperature very rapidly increasing. If you see the slide, since 1970 until now, the global temperature increased rapidly, and also they have the strong correlation with the greenhouse gas. So can you come back to the first slide, please? Yeah, you can see on the upper left figures that the greenhouse gas concentration and the global temperature, they correlate together, increasing. And recently, we detect more numbers of the disasters, especially the climate-related disasters. So I bring you some of the statistics to show you that we are experiencing more and more natural disasters. So if you see the pictures on the right side, you see the statistics that in this year, last year, 2025, the number of the disasters and economic loss caused by the disaster quite significantly higher than the average 20 years. So everything become more and more strong, the climate-related disasters. And if we focusing in the ASEAN, of course, greenhouse gas from the ASEAN also increasing since 2000 until now. And of course, what it relates to our daily life, you can see many disasters recently. In Thailand, we found landslides in the August 2025, and also in the end of last year, we have very great flood in southern part of Thailand, like 600 millimeter within 3 days. That's 300-year return period rainfall that never happened in the area before. So I think Ajahn Kampanad can include more some of the information.
Thank you very much, Ajahn Allan, to make me feel hectic a little bit. Talk about this. Huh? So if we ask about what is the reality that you should know that happened in the past 5-10 years. For example, I give you hurricane in Atlantic in 2017. We have 4,800 deaths, and we lost around 297 billion US dollar.
Oh my God.
And heat wave in Europe 2025 last year, we lost 16,500 deaths. California forest fire in 2017 to 2018, in that period we lost 150 deaths. Australia wildfire as well, 2019 to 2020, we have 40 deaths, Ajahn, and lost around 110 billion US dollar. Because we have to know that what is going on in this world. So yes, what is it? And we need to try to make a average global temperature in our proposed, our target is must less than 1.5 degrees Celsius. This is our target, the world target at the end of 2100. But I'm not sure that we are going to get there. We need your help.
Everything has to help each other from ourselves, right?
Yes.
So now if we bring the focus closer to home, to the ASEAN region and Thailand ourselves, how is the climate change situation in our region different from the global picture?
Okay, so thank you, Nong Nui. So actually, the different area may have different patterns of the disasters, whatever relating to the climate change. But in our ASEAN regions, there are so many research already proved that in the future the rainfall pattern will change. You know that the rainfall tend to be heavier in the shorter period.
Yes.
Like before, maybe you can experience in 6 hours, but because of the climate change, you can get the same amount of the rainfall within only 2 hours or 3 hours. And at the same time, the prolonged drought, that the period that have no rainfall will be longer than the current period. That was already consensus about the research. So we were going to experience more flooding and at the same time drought. So this make really troublesome to the dam operator, because they cannot predict now how to release them, how to keep the water to prevent drought. So many problems. And another one is the heat waves. Heat wave is very critical in Europe. You can see, and in the ASEAN also the pattern is keep increasing about the heat waves. And in Japan it can reach like 45 degrees, and many old people dead because they don't like to open the AC, don't like Thai people or ASEAN people. So the old people also, we are worrying about them, and there are many patterns keep changing, and ASEAN is quite really vulnerable to the climate change. And I think I can add more.
We add to Ajahn Allan, we need to know that at least we must know that in Thailand as well, we has a commit to the achieving of the carbon neutrality by 2050. So that means very soon, another 20 something years later, and we have net zero emission target by 2065.
We hope.
We hope.
Yeah.
And because as we have known, energy sector emission is the most highest in many countries in this region. Our country is around 69 to 70% for energy sectors. A part of that is agriculture and industry. So that is what we need to know at first, that we would like to fit to the targets.
Yes, and are there any events or types of risks that clearly show that this problem is getting closer and closer to our daily life in nowadays?
I think the one very close now, it actually is tomorrow, is PM 2.5, I think.
Actually, maybe today.
Today also
Today
as well.
also, yeah.
If you check the Thai news, the government have some warning that tomorrow is going to be very worse situation about the
More than
PM
today?
2.5. Yes,
Wow.
because of some air ventilation or whatever that is not so good to drain out the PM 2.5. So the PM 2.5 also is expected to be more worse if the climate change is going to be stronger, because the cause of the PM 2.5, you may think that is maybe in Bangkok from the transportation, from the industries, but actually we also have we call the natural PM 2.5, or we have some PM 2.5 that created byproducts from some chemical reaction through the a little bit academic photochemical reaction. Some chemical A plus B plus the sunlight, it react become new PM 2.5. So the climate change will cause the the chemical reaction become more stronger. So the conversion of the PM 2.5 from the secondary cause will be more input into the primary PM 2.5, that example.
And I think this is very important for our students to let you know that how to protect yourself.
Yes.
Mask.
How?
N95 is very important.
Yes.
At the very soon, we have to in Bangkok or in surrounding area, you close your door, your windows, and then you just switch on the air purifier system, and then you have to deal with that is happening in our Bangkokian nowadays. Yeah.
I do agree.
Yes, quite bad. Because,
We need to know how to protect it.
Okay, have to protect ourselves, everyone. Okay, and now we've seen quite a clear picture of the challenges, and now I'd like to move to an important part of the solution, which is climate tech. So what exactly is climate tech, and if we explain it in simple terms for young people watching today, what kind of technology should they think of when they hear the word climate tech in the world of innovation?
Okay, so let me answer first. So the climate tech, the definition, there are many definitions on internet, but I can simply say that it's whatever technology or innovations that first reduce the greenhouse gas. Secondly, reduce the climate change impact. So there are two sides. One side is about a kind of the clean technology to reduce the greenhouse gas. For example, we can keep like we can use the some catalytic in the car. We put in the exhaust. It can some filter about some pollution, or we can have like very natural based technology. We can design some garden that the leaf can capture some PM 2.5. Our also professor in our faculty also doing research about this. If we have good formation of the vertical garden, it can reduce the PM 2.5
Very good.
indoor, something like that. And another side is the adaptation, is a kind of something climate change already happened. So anyway, you have to commit that you have to experience more disasters in the future, whatever how much greenhouse gas you reduce. So you need to reduce, you have to adapt to the more severe the disaster. For example, in many areas we use like we try to turn into back to the nature. We try to increase more the green area, that when the heavy rainfall comes, so the rain can go into the soil.
It can help, right?
It can help to reduce the runoff if you put concrete, everything you put on the surface. But if you make it into the soil, it can go through the soil, keep in the soil. So now many cities try to turn back to
Yes.
the nature solution. So I will talk later in the next
Okay.
slide, in the next question. Perhaps you may ask more about the example of the climate text.
and for อาจารย์
So
กัมปนาทค่ะ
we also need to know that adaptation measure is very important, not only at the present time, but to cope with the future, the future action as well. So I would like to add from Ajahn Allan that we need solar, wind, water, renewable energy. These are all technology that maybe in a large city or in a city level. And also we have heard about hydrogen fuel. We have
Yes.
known about carbon capture sequestration
Yes.
for industries and for the transportation, whatever. And also we have heard about the low carbon cities in the world. That is very important. And we give you example more.
Okay ค่ะ and from your perspective why is climate tech necessary to address climate change more than just using the traditional methods we used in the past
Okay, so let me give the example. We have
Okay.
some slide that in other nations they are applying the climate tech. That what is very simple but very powerful that I would like to introduce is like the sponge
yes
city.
sponge
Yeah, the sponge that you use to clean the dish.
Okay.
So this concept introduced by the China. So we try to make the city like the sponge. So they try to change everything into the green area, right? They try to remove all the cement, concrete out and return back to the soil, to the green area. So you can imagine when the rainfall comes, so the area itself can keep the water inside like the sponge. And when the heavy rainfall event stop, then they can drain out the water later. So it can reduce a lot of the flood risk. And at the same time, they can keep the water for the drought or whatever in the later days. This is one of the example. And another example, the Singapore one in one city.
yes
Before they make the concrete canal, and they realize that it's not so sustainable. So they remove all the concrete and change back to the
Soils.
to the soil, to the green area, as you can see in the picture. And during the dry season, the green area can change like the park that people can enjoy. And during the wet season, this green area they block, not allow to people to walk inside because they will let the water flood in that area during the wet season. So
Yes.
it's a kind of really powerful, and I think it's not so expensive also. It's one of the good example, and I think Ajahn Kampanad
Yes.
can add more about this.
So we need to understand that every technique might be suit for some city, but maybe not suit for another city. For
Yeah.
example, Sponge City
yes
is full of water already in Bangkok. If we use Sponge City, is more and more
Okay.
concern. We need to concern about which technique we should use in different city. I'll give you some more example about the solar farm and solar energy, for example, and low carbon city in Denmark, for example. In Denmark, they focus on some sectors that will give you immediately change. For example, focus on energy sectors and transportation in the Copenhagen in Denmark. Also, low carbon. And then also in Denmark, they have public-private partnership.
yes
Usually, not only government side, we take action with the some other group of the people, sectors of the people as well, and media as well. They use all together to solve in some sector that it is near or focused to the successful. And so also low carbon city in Japan, carbon minimization, all sectors that are all they would like to do. In Japan, they focus in simple lifestyle,
Yeah.
Reduce unnecessary consumption. It's Japanese.
Muji
They have done already. And they have adaptive in harmony with nature.
Yes.
That is Japanese. They have done already, doing now. And in Singapore, as Ajahn Allan said, we have low carbon city in Singapore as well. For example, they have low carbon lifestyle and
Yes.
mindset. They have to set this, and they have energy saving, green building.
green
They focus
building.
on this
I
as
see,
well
I see.
because there's a lot of building in Singapore
Yes.
city. And in public transport, they have also the youth public transport instead of individual transport.
Very good.
And also they have renewable energy from the biomass and solar. And these are all the low carbon in Singapore, for example.
Yes, thank you so much. And from other examples that you share, we can see that climate tech is not something far away at all. More importantly, it actually creates room for young people to be part of the solution, right? And from your point of view, when OR Seeding the Future ASEAN Camp choose climate tech as this year's theme for students to develop their projects, what does this give to the younger generation in terms of knowledge, skills, and the way they see the future of our world?
So I do agree that when I involved in Mahidol University, we have many activities to encourage the youth, especially the ASEAN youth, to initiate some innovation.
Yes.
Because the new generation, they have quite really good creativity. And like our faculty, we organize a series of the hackathon for 2 years, and we quite impressive in every year that how the students, especially when the students from different faculty, and at this time it's like different nations,
country.
when they join together, it's like the idea it become like explode
Yeah.
a lot because we have different angle of the knowledge, the opinion. So when you hybrid or mix together, we can build a lot of the good innovations, and sometimes the innovation is quite very wow. How can you imagine about that? And many of our students successfully turn it into the business, real business that Mahidol University give the seed fund to run the company by themselves. And I believe that the youth is the new how to say
New
generation to challenge
Yes.
to transform the world, because maybe the old generation is hard to change something now, but for the new generation, I think you can have really flexibility and you can adapt many situations, and I believe that you can bring a lot of the good innovation and solutions. And the youth also itself can change the old people behaviors. Like when my son asked like you to change, hi dad, why you keep using the plastic bag? My school always asks to use the shopping bag. So we feel guilty, so we try to change.
Yes.
If someone else talk, maybe we don't want to change. But if our son or our daughter said,
Okay,
no,
okay, I'll
something
change.
so you have very powerful things to change the world.
Very important, Chan.
Yes.
I think what I will suggest to the young generation is that you should start what you have in hand, what in your country, what you have in hand, and start with the small thing. And small is beautiful. Start, for example, if your country has a lot of paddy fields, for example, start with something that close to you. For example, I give you, this is low carbon rice.
Wow, low carbon rice. What is
products.
this?ค่ะ
Wow, cool.
Green products.
Building certified, yes. Low carbon rice in premium TVER. TVER means Thailand Voluntary Emission Reduction. This is the new products that just arrival in Thai just produce
Very
it.
easy to help the world just eat this rice.
Yes, and this is a premium TVER. That means we can, after certified by TGO, this is product of BAAC, which is Bank of Agriculture and Agricultural Cooperative, and with TGO, Thailand Government Greenhouse Gas Organization. So this is one thing that is very close to you. You have many products of rice or white when we think about this, and don't forget, start with what you have in hand from the small.
Yes.
But that small will be beautiful.
Okay, and now we have some questions from audience. So คุณบุญชรัตน์นะคะ asked that can we do anything with sea level rising? What are the recent solutions and technologies to cope with these problems?
Okay, so there are two things. The first thing, of course, the magnitude of the sea level rise also depends on how much greenhouse gas you emit, right? Because it will turn to if you increase the temperature, and the temperature will melt the ice in the north or south pole. So this is the first thing you have to do. And then secondly, you can see many of the example of many countries like Netherlands, the sea level rise increasing, and their land also located lower than the mean sea level. So they have to build the sea wall surrounding the country. And I think Indonesia also they already moved their capital city, I believe, from the Jakarta to another city, that because I think they have some analysis saying that the sea level rise may highly impact the capital city in the future. So we try to move out the city to the safer area. And also Bangkok, I think there is some debate that do we need to build some seawall, but we have to spend a lot of billion dollars for this, but it's still under the debate. So two things. First thing, reduce greenhouse gas, not to let the sea level rise getting more worse. Secondly, the climate change already happened, so the sea level rise will anyway will continue for some moment. So we need to adapt. For example, seawall, or another one I forgot, mangrove. The mangrove also can help a lot because it can claim back the land.
Yes, Ajahn Allan, I would like to add, I just come back from Krabi province, in the southern part of Thailand. They have two different parts that can be compared. The part is build the concrete wall, like a concrete dam, to protect the bank of the sea, near the sea. And the other thing is to have a mangrove forest growing. And then we need to think about where the position that this wall could be built. But mangrove forest is also the nature-based solution.
Very good.
And it's very good because there's some land that increase if you have built in the very right place. We've got some more land. Otherwise we erode more. So it depends on the ocean engineering.
I see.
That is very important.
I just add a little bit. The mangrove also reduce the greenhouse gas because it take the carbon from the atmosphere back to the tree. So simultaneously they reduce the greenhouse gas and also they reduce the sea level rise risk.
Very good.
Very powerful.
Okay, we have another question. If students want to start a climate tech project but not very strong in technology yet, what should be the first step?
That's why I mentioned earlier, that the synergy, like in our university, like in our faculty now we have hackathon that we invite environment faculty, we invite ICT faculty, we invite business faculty, jointly work together. They have different angle of knowledge and can fill in together. So make more partnership, make more friends, and bring them together. I think this is very
should focus on what you have in hand in your technology. Whatever that you have, but don't forget about to be partnership to each other. That's very important. Even in the coastal engineering, what I have said, the erosion of the bank near the sea, we need also a community-based solution to help each other.
Okay, and next question. If we are office workers or students who don't work directly in the environmental field, how can we practically help tackle climate change in our everyday life?
I think, not only environmentalists can save the world, right? Everyone
can help
from your daily life. Like, I just give example of
this one
product.
again.
When you choose the product, you try to support the environmentally friendly products, right? You can check maybe
You
some
see the logo, right?
yeah, some
Green product.
low carbon products.
Yes.
You try to support that kind of the products. You try to reduce the plastic. You try to reduce the waste. You try
Okay.
to separate the waste correctly, reusable landfill. So everything in daily life you can support. Yeah, many things. Yeah.
I also mentioned already.
Yes.
Yeah, as the Japan, they are now simplify their lifestyle. There's a project on low carbon city in Japan, and also unnecessary consumption. They stop to use that unnecessary. They start from what we have in hand. What I said.
We have to start now
Yeah.
from today. After watch this live and then
Because
start.
both can help direct or indirect way for the greenhouse gas emission.
I do agree.
โอเคค่ะ and where does Thailand stand in terms of climate risk compared to other countries and what are the main issues we should keep an eye on
So for the Thailand, I forgot the name. There is some institute in Europe. They try to risk the country vulnerable to the climate change. They have the ranking, and I believe 2 or 3 years Thailand used to be top 10, and
Yes.
now maybe top 20. The reason, like every country have the different, the parameters that lead to the different level of the risk. For Thailand, we have really high risk in terms of climate change because first our capital city is located near the coastal line and we are heavily rely on the agriculture. So if something wrong with the climate, the productivity of the agriculture will be gone, something like that. And also for the risk in the in the Philippines, also very prone to the typhoon and the sea level rise. Or in the Vietnam, they also have the problem with the sea level rise because they have the evidence already that the paddy field near the coastal line, they already lost a lot because the saltwater intrusion make the more water become salty, so the rise cannot stand for. So every country may have different angle of the aspect lead to the different level of the risk, but to reduce the risk, you have to understand what climate change will be in the future and try to right now make the good plan, reduce greenhouse gas, and at the same time try to adapt to the change daily life.
Would you like to add on ค่ะ Dr. Kampanad
In national level, I would like to get back to see national adaptation plan in many sectors, whatever water, tourism, agriculture, blah blah blah. So you get what it should be the action that we need to know. In some other country, they may not have already, don't have national action plan.
Agree.
The first thing we need to know to have the national action plan and do. Even though we have SDG rank, okay, we have got mark point, 1 mark point better than last year, but it's not certified yet. We have to set up many activities to solve the problem. For example, many projects that we have said before, how can we do it without money? That's why we need a climate finance.
yes
Talk about climate finance. We have to about funding, what we need to find out and solve solution at the national level. This is very important. So I think it's indispensable to find out the climate finance is one of the aspects that we are talking about
I see.
to solution all of this.
That's right.
โอเคค่ะ and lastly what are you do you have any message that you want to share to our audience right now
Okay, I think there are a lot of audience who are youth. So
yes
I always teach my students that the youth is the promising generations to transform the world. Frankly speaking, because maybe the past generation like me or we don't have very well management at the past because we are lack of the knowledge experience, so some problems occur at this moment like PM 2.5 flood or whatever is happening more and more. But the youth can learn from the past, from the old generations, and I think the technology also develop a lot in these generations, AI on whatever. So many innovations relating to the climate techs that in the past that may be not possible to develop. But at this time, it is very feasible to develop because you have AI. You don't need to know a lot more about the computer language.
Yes.
So you try to train AI to help you to develop something very creativity. More. No need to ask the adult or old people to write the language, computer language for you now. You can develop by your own self with the support from the technology. So I think the youth is very powerful, and United Nations also believe that the youth also are very critical for the sustainable world in near future. We can see a lot of youth that successfully demonstrate their power, right? Later on, you can search online the youth and the climate change. There you can see a lot of the youth can change the world, change the behavior of the communities.
Thank you so
And
much.
that's why OR is setting up the project.
Yes.
So we would like to see the new generation to solve the problem, to help solving the problem. Otherwise, because you are facing the future, in the near future, we are facing. So only adulthood is not, you cannot solve by that. So we need the new generation to think about that, and that's why we need all of the educational system or even subject. We need to provide them to understand what is climate change impact, what is climate tech, blah blah blah, to help solving the problem from now on. So that's why OR seeding is very important.
Very good. Thank you so much นะคะ and because of our time is limited, so if you have any comments and any questions, you can leave it under this live, and maybe อาจารย์
yes,
อรัน
sure.
กับดร. Kampanad นะคะ will answer it
Welcome.
correctly.
Welcome.
Okay, so today thank you very much for joining us นะคะ for both of you. Alright, and to everyone who joined us for this live session, please don't forget to like, share, and follow our page. And there will be many more activities and updates from the OR Seeding the Future ASEAN Camp, as well as content on the sustainability and innovation. So for today, Pinoy and the whole team have to say goodbye. Thank you for being with us on OR Live ค่ะ Bye bye, see you next time.
Bye.
สวัสดีค่ะ
ครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Yes,